to another episode of Back to the Lab. We are at 651, I believe. In today's Back to the Lab podcast, we talk about food. Yeah, I don't think we've ever brought this up as a topic. I don't think I've ever brought this up as a topic. Right? Like, I don't think I ever talked about food. Maybe snacks. Maybe like a gloss over. But I had Korean barbecue for dinner tonight, and chef's kiss, so good. I don't know if anybody here have ever had Korean barbecue. Maybe you don't know, but it's basically like Korean version of barbecue. Instead of one man cooking it all, you got a party of people cooking for themselves. Sometimes one person will cook for everyone. And then like the interesting part about Korean barbecue is there's this circular grill, and in the middle of the grill there's this area where you cook all the food. And then surrounding the grill is like just kind of like pockets of interesting little things, if I can call it that. So for example, it's all part of the same metal grill, by the way, but these pockets, some have kimchi, some have garlic, some have cheesy corn, some have like just egg, like not egg, but like beaten eggs that just kind of turn into like a little, what do you call it? It's like a little, I don't have a good word for it, so I'm just gonna put a picture in your head that like doesn't truly resemble what it is, but it's like steamed egg. Like steamed egg. I got nothing for you guys. Unfortunately, my ability to describe this type of food is poor. But so like that's like, this is what I'm describing is all before you even start cooking the meat or the veggies. And then as part of, wow, that's a 5-hitter. And then there's part of the Korean tradition of side dishes. So you get like 5-6 side dishes that you can have, which varies from place to place. It's kind of like a fish of the day kind of deal. So, but instead you get like side dishes of the day. It's pretty good, to be honest. What is it? You can, so like onto the actual main course, right? Like getting the meat. Typically, I mean, depending on where you go for this stuff, you could, the types of meat they offer can range, right? The place we go to just kind of offers like different cuts of pork and different cuts of beef, which is like believe it or not, it's not just like one cut. There's like, for example, pork neck, pork belly, tenderloin, and then there's like different cuts of beef as well. I don't know all of it, but in total there's probably at least 10 different cuts, like when you combine the pork and the beef together. And they're all seasoned to some degree. And then you can get veggies, of course. And then it's unlimited, I believe. Unlimited side dishes refills, unlimited refills on the egg, garlic, kimchi, and cheesy corn that, you know, that kind of sits at on the pockets around the grill. All in all, it's probably around like, I don't know, let's say $30 a person. But I think it's like really tasty. Oh, I forgot one thing. So one of the, I don't even consider this a side dish, or maybe it is, but you get like a tofu stew that comes as like a complimentary with your Korean barbecue experience. spicy. It's pretty good. It's like a little soup on the side. And then you also get like a little mini basket of lettuce, because the way you're supposed to eat this is they give you dipping sauce. They give you like I don't know what it's called. It's like a little plate of onion and some sort of like sauce. It's supposed to help cut the fat, maybe? I don't remember. But essentially, you put the meat and rice if you ordered any, and then you put like the sauce, the kimchi, the garlic, and whatever else you want. You could throw the side dishes in there for all I care. And you just kind of wrap it all up in a nice little hot dog, so to speak. And then you pop the whole thing in your mouth, or you take bites if you want. And it's heavenly. Yeah, it's a really nice little experience. It's more intimate than like American style barbecue, where one person mans the grill and other people go off and do their own activities, drink beer. So you all sit around the grill and you do the thing together. It's kind of fun. And it's super tasty. It is, however, like, I don't know what's the word for it, but it's kind of like dries up your mouth a lot. Like after eating that, my mouth feels so tired, if that's the word for it, and it's kind of like a desert. Maybe because I didn't drink enough water, and it just kind of feels like awful. I haven't felt like this in a while, but still worth. I think it's still a really, really great experience. Really, really tasty. It's not all you can eat style, so it is. You do get charged per dish you order, so it can get fairly expensive if you're a big eater. 652, and then we continue the Back to the Lab podcast about food. So that's kind of the Korean barbecue experience, I guess. I don't think I have anything else to add to that. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, you don't have to have only Korean barbecue. They have other dishes too that doesn't require the grill. You can order you can order Korean style pancakes, you can order stone pot rice, you can order like a whole host of other things. So it's really up to you what you want, but it's tasty. All of it is tasty. 653. And one more thing before I move on to maybe a different food item or food thing. You'd think that with a Korean barbecue restaurant and you sitting indoors, it's like gonna be like a super like smoky environment that you're gonna be in, and you're just gonna smell like a combination of meats. But surprisingly, they have really good ventilation, right? Above every grill is its own like ventilation, so it immediately sucks away all the smoke. And it keeps you fairly clean, right? To be honest, it's not that bad. 654. But that's the Korean barbecue experience. I don't think there's anything else to add, truly. If you got questions, let me know in the comments. I'll answer them. And then the next item I want to say is, has anybody ever Peking duck? Yes, Peking duck. Oh man, I have a decision to make here. Is this Zap Cannon for like as close to insta-kill as possible? Or is it like safer option, like needle arm? Maybe needle arm. Yeah. But anyway, Peking duck. Has anyone ever tried it? Really good. 655. So, Peking duck. What it is it is essentially like a roast duck of sorts, and they use a knife and skin the roast duck, so you get like very thin cuts of crispy skin with a little bit of meat sometimes. And then what they do is they give you, I guess, it's almost like a tortilla wrap, but a lot thinner, a lot chewier in texture. And then you get a nice little oyster sauce-like sauce, plus some like, I don't know what it's called, but like cucumbers, some other like condiments for the wrap, and it's really, really juicy, really tasty, and it's very savory. Like the sauce itself is a little sweet, it's a little bit salty, kind of lingers in your mouth a little bit. It's just like feels very, very nice. And then the thing, so like whenever you order Peking duck 656, so let me just put this out there. I am no expert in the dish, right? Like I don't know if this is the typical way of it being served or if there's another way of it being served, but whenever you order Peking duck, it typically comes as like a pair. So you get 2 dishes instead of 1. You get the Peking duck, right? They skin the duck and you just kind of do like a little bit of wrap, kind of like a mini burrito. So that's like 1 dish. But then like once the skin is gone off the roast duck, they don't skin off the meat, right? So then you're left wondering like, oh, what happens to the rest of the meat? Well, it doesn't go to waste, right? Like you get served a second dish, follow-up dish that uses the rest of the meat. 657. So continuing the Peking duck conversation here. These runs are going a little faster than I expect. But with the rest of the duck, what happens is you can choose, I mean, I think these are the 2 most common options. You can have them, chop it up and then serve it up as like a dish where it's kind of almost like just eating chicken, right? Like comes with bones. You just kind of bite the meat off. So that's like a classic example, right? Alternatively, you could do a lettuce wrap, which I think the lettuce wrap is like it's like a little bit what is the word? It's like it's not underdog, but it's like a little, it flies under the radar. I think it's really good. 658. So with the duck, instead of chopping the duck up, they'll kind of scrape off the meat. They'll scrape off the meat, they'll dice it up, and then they'll kind of stir fry it with some veggies, which just basically like chopped up carrots, corn, peas, and stuff like that. And like, I don't know what kind of seasoning they might use, but it tastes really good. And so they stir fry all of that together. The duck meat plus the veggies, stir fry it up. You can eat that just as is with rice. So good. It balances out with rice really well. Or lettuce wrap, right? Comes with lettuce wrap. You spoon some of that stir fry goodness into the lettuce, like a leaf of lettuce. What the heck is this moveset? And then you could add more. You can add sauce to it, and then you just wrap the lettuce and all that gooey, chewy goodness, and it's so good. I think it's easy to eat as long as you don't kind of mess up, and it's super tasty. My god, it's like super duper tasty. And that's kind of how typically Peking duck is served. I don't think there's anything else noteworthy to talk about, particularly around Peking duck, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So, all in all, you order Peking duck, you get 2 dishes out of it, which is why they price it a little bit higher than normal, I guess. It's not like they're 20 bucks a dish type thing. It's probably like more. I can't really put a number on it because I don't really know exactly, but it's more. That's the end of the Back to the Lab podcast on food. I'll see you guys in the next episode.
Back to the lab again.